My friend, what is it that you come seeking from me on this, the day of my daughter's wedding?
Godfather LockableTiger, I come here seeking power, seeking revenge. I needed a tower in Battles 2 that's powerful and good at all stages of the game, so I can finally beat these damn 15-year-olds sniping me in queue.
My pal, you come here today to help you in Battles 2? Well, it just so happens I'm a big fan, and I've got just the gift for you on this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Boys, show him the goods. This is my pride and joy. Take good care of it, and show the people just how good of a tower it is. Now go, Clutch, and don't forget, only show them the good stuff.
I promise, I won't let you down, Zio. So, you want to play Mortar Monkey, eh? Well, I'm gonna do my best to highlight just how good of a tower it is. Surely this tower is an absolute blast. Well, I guess I don't have much to go with here, but I'm gonna try because I've got the approval of the Godfather Mortar themselves, LockableTiger. Let's see how well this tower works as a starter. Yes. The blast radius isn't ideal. How am I supposed to use up all 40 base pierce with that? Maybe I'm just using the wrong upgrade path here. Well, maybe this crosspath will be the correct one. Well, I guess maybe this tower isn't meant to be used as a starter tower.
What are you doing? Obviously that was the case. Didn't you read the note I attached to it?
Oh, okay. So Mortar is not your ordinary tower. This isn't a tower that you actually use as your beginning defense. It's more in line of being a support tower over anything else. It bolsters your defense and provides coverage for weaknesses that other towers have. I get it now. It has consistent and reliable camo detection for a relatively cheap cost, and it's good alongside a stronger, better tower to help with larger rushes sent your way. Now, before I go any further, I do have to mention that if you plan on using Mortar in your defense and rely on it, Striker Jones is a must. The synergy that Striker Jones has with Mortar, allowing you to reuse abilities like artillery batteries or pop and Oz again, is unmatched to what other heroes can provide. And the fact that it makes it possible to pop black and zebra balloons is super vital to withstanding rushes sent your way. It's like adding a lime to your Coke, a biscotti to your espresso, or some pineapple on your pizza. It complements the rest of your loadout and helps clear out any weaknesses you might have had. But I'm gonna be honest, it feels a little bit clunky, like my inputs are being put through a jar of honey. I'm just having a tough time making sure my mortars are landing in the right spot.
Clunky? What's the matter with you? Mortar is fine. You better watch what you're saying here.
It just feels like there's some kind of lag or delay when I try and target a new position. That's all. I think it's still good. Mortar is another one of those unfortunate towers that requires you to micro it to make sure it's always a potent option in your defense. But unlike microing with Dartling Gunner, which honestly feels like the smoothest tower to micro with, and it has 3 base pierce, and attacks really fast, and it's just always good, and holy shit, when is this tower getting a nerf?
Hey, we nerfed it.
You nerfed it?
We nerfed it.
They did it. Those SOBs finally did it. I'm so happy. Mortar just feels clunky and awkward to use. In order to micro properly, I have to take a look at where the balloons currently are and account for the time it takes for the mortar to fire and the bomb to actually land and detonate at roughly the location of the targeted reticle. And I know they recently made improvements to the input delay, which kudos to NK on that, but the system implemented from BTD 6 just doesn't translate over to the faster paced environment of Battles 2.
Are you talking trash about our boy Mortar?
No, I'm trash talking Ninja Kiwi right now.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, if they change the microsystem to function more like Dartling Gunner, where you can just hold down your left click to adjust the mortar shots, as opposed to having to click the tower, click or hit tab to select the reticle, and then place the reticle to the predicted spot of where the balloons would be, it would overall improve the reliability of this amazing tower.
Hey boss, I think he's being sarcastic. That's it. Sick 'em, boys.
It looks like I'm safe for now. And that's gonna buy me some time so I can uncover more of the dirty laundry that this tower has for us. And of course, like so many towers before it, the tier 5s are almost entirely useless. But before we dwell on those, let's give a huge shout out to the tier 4s because they're pretty damn solid covering extra niches that other towers don't necessarily defend well against. Especially Artillery Battery. Artillery Battery is what other towers wish they could do when the ability is firing off. And I really should emphasize when the ability's firing. Now let's not tease the folks any longer. Let's start talking about the tier 5s. Let's start with the top half tier 5, the biggest one. Yeah, it's the biggest one alright. The biggest pile of crap this game has to offer. This is a tower that suffers from not fitting any kind of niche whatsoever. Although it has a really high pierce amount, it attacks too slowly for it to be consistently popping ceramics in the late game, and its single target damage isn't that great either. Although I guess it might help for the new tight ZOMG sends available after round 30.
No, it doesn't do that either.
Huh? Who said that? The one thing that it's got going for it is that it's not that crazy of an overpay for what it does, but just don't expect it to be the answer to all of those burning questions you might have. Speaking of burning, Blue Incineration, the bottom path tier 5, is perhaps a bit too niche. Although it's kind of effective in dealing with ZOMGs, with the added benefit of stripping off fortifications of FZOMGs and FDDTs, it is an expensive upgrade to purchase for that specific purpose. And again, we have another tower that feels like it only solves part of the problem, but it costs over $40,000 to upgrade. But maybe I'm asking for too much from a tower that requires you to constantly keep a tab on where it's being targeted. Wait, did I hear something?
Must be my imagination.
Moving on, we have Poppin' Aw, the tier 5 middle path, which is honestly the right amount of niche. This is the tier 5 that built a house made of stone, unlike its dumb siblings. The ability helps stall out DDTs or a really big rush to buy you time and let your other mortars actually land their shots, or just have a better tower to clean up the DDTs to begin with. Poppin' Aw is the tier 5 you want to actually pick up, and thankfully Artillery Battery before that is an absolute beast of a tower. I can't stress that enough. So it's not like you have to trudge the trenches to— Ah! Listen, I'm sorry, I just thought I'd be honest with people. Wait, where's the concrete on my feet?
No, we don't do that no more. It's a waste of concrete. Listen, buddy, before we give you the honor of sleeping with the fishes, any last requests?
Actually, yes, a couple of them, and they're all about improving your beloved Mortar Monkey. First off, the big one needs a bit of a cost reduction. At its current price point, it's just out of reach to defend the earlier rushes, which is fine, but it's still too costly for even a round 16 rush as well.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And then of course, the biggest one in Blue Incineration being given an actual direction for what their purpose is. Kind of like how Glavelord and Ultra Juggernaut were given the identity of ceramic cleanup towers. Blue Incineration going up to 7 or 8 layers of damage per shot and an increase in the fire damage tick rate to occur quicker so it can deal with tight ZOMG sends better would be an excellent change as well.
Sense of direction, I like that.
And of course, further improvements to the micro problem. It just feels wrong to try and have to micro mortar and send balloons and peek over at your opponent's defense and focus on your own defensive holes and pay attention to the rounds, especially when the payoff doesn't feel worth it.
My micro skills are unmatched. I don't see this being a problem at all. What's the matter with you? Maybe you should get better at the game then, huh?
It's like driving a car, but the controls are all topsy-turvy. I'm turning the wheel right, but nothing's happening.
Well, my son, I feel like I can call you my son now, because these words you speak, they are the truth. You're right. Ninja Kiwi can do our boy Mortar better, and prove to these schmucks out there that it's not a pushover. But Clutch, I'm sorry. You still gotta be offed. Nothing personal, right? Clutch? You idiots, where'd he go?
See ya!
Forget about it.
Just want to give a big shout out to LockableTiger for providing all the context and footage needed for this amazing video. Thank you so much for that. If you haven't already, go follow LockableTiger on their Twitch page, and of course go check out their MySpace as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the continuation of the story next time.